it is really hard to lose friends in sobriety, and you feel like you might be the problem, but here's the thing. This is just what happens. Not every time, but this video is going to cover exactly what is happening in your sobriety journey and why you might be losing friends. So if you feel that you are losing friends and they're dropping like flies, this is the video for you. So stay tuned, and we are going to talk about all things friends. All right, let's get into it, shall we? So, losing friends in sobriety, why losing friends can be a gain for your growth. And I know that's going to sound weird, but just hang in there, all right? The reality of losing friends in sobriety. It is common to lose friends when you stop drinking, because what ends up happening is here are all your drinking buddies, right? And this gap ends up forming. And here you are up here, right? Trying to evolve, level up, journal, meditate, show up for yourself, join a class, new hobbies, new likes, new dislikes, right? And drinking is obviously not one of those things that you two share in common anymore. And if your friendship was built on drinking, it may create a gap. And the only way to close that gap is if they come up because they're inspired on your journey and want to grow with you, or you come back down, but then you lose that momentum of going up. Right? And it's not to say you are better than these people. You've just outgrown them, and that's okay. But again, of course, it may suck initially, but just remember, you're opening up so much more room for friendships that could share similar values and likes and be in alignment with your goals and things that you want out of your life, right? Some friendships were built on alcohol and may not survive without it. That's just the truth. It's not to say every single friend, but a lot of them are maybe going to start to pull away, not because they don't like you and not because you don't like them. Again, that thing you had in common no longer is there. And then also, when you stop drinking, sometimes it makes people have to reflect on their drinking. And if we were to all just be honest, right, problem drinker or not, alcohol is poison at the end of the day. All right, this shit is literally poison. Like literally. Like they put it inside of gas and harsh chemical house cleaner or whatever. It's just so bad for the human body. But we'll save that for another video. It can feel lonely, absolutely, but not all losses are bad. Remember, this is an opportunity for you to reflect on which relationships truly align with your values. So for myself, I value self-respect. I value deep connections. I value honesty, and I value health. AKA drinking will not allow any of those things to happen. Why? Because when I drank, I had no respect for myself. When I drank, I didn't have deep connections. I thought I had deep connections, but we were all just drunk, right? Or if we did actually have a deep connection, probably blacked out and don't remember having that conversation. I value honesty, and when I drank, I was the biggest liar. I would lie how much I drank, when I drank, where I drank, if I drank, just lied. Right? How much money I'd spend. And I value my health. And that's the obvious, right? You can't drink alcohol and say you value health. So my values changed. So me wanting to hang around people who also drink alcohol the way that I used to drink alcohol just doesn't happen. So again, remember, your values are changing. But why does it hurt? Why does it hurt to lose a friend? We associate friendships with longevity, but true friendships are about depth, not time. I've known a woman here in Florida for a year, and I'm closer to her than some of my friends who I've known for 10, 15 years, right? And I've obviously shed a lot of my friendships throughout the years. Not because I didn't like them, but because I just simply outgrew them. And that's okay. Change can be uncomfortable, especially when it means outgrowing people. And that uncomfortability means that you're doing the right thing. So you keep growing, okay? Because when you feel uncomfortable, that means this is for a reason. I'm uncomfortable because my desire is to go back, is to be the same and be like how I used to be. So that way I don't outgrow these people. But that's going to give you the same life. And that's the whole reason we embarked on this journey, was to get sober and to feel better and to have a different life, to feel better, to live a more exciting, extravagant life One where it's not the same bar every Friday, Saturday, maybe a rooftop bar, maybe go crazy, right? Maybe go to a different location, but you're still doing the same thing time and time again, spending money on alcohol that does not serve you, that does not serve your friends, that does not serve the world, yet people keep buying it, right? But people are waking up, they're getting sober. Feeling left out, judged, or disconnected can trigger grief, right? That sensation of loss. The fear of being alone makes it tempting to hold on to the past, right? We're so focused on what we might lose and not as much on what we could gain, right? So what you're really losing is, what you're really losing, you're not losing true friendships. You're losing drinking buddies, right? There we go. You're shedding relationships that kept you stuck. You're letting go of old identities tied to alcohol. You're no longer that drunk person at the bar that is acting a fool. You're not angry or yelling or lashing out. You're changing your identity, and it's no longer tied to alcohol, right? And you're releasing environments that no longer support your growth, right? So you're not going to find me at a bar at 2 a.m. You may find me in bed at 9 p.m. with a novel that I would be reading, but you got me fucked up. You got me fucked up if you think I'd be at a bar. Nope. It's so loud if I can't hear you. And then let's be honest, like sobriety, you get tired faster. You're just bed 9, 10 o'clock. I don't got it in me to stay up till 12. So again, a lot of people are focusing on what they're losing and not as much on what they're gaining. And you actually gain so much more than what you think at the time in early sobriety you're losing. It feels like the end of the fucking world in the beginning. It really does. You feel like you're losing a big part of yourself. Like, this is all I've ever known, right? And now you have to live without it, or you get to live without it, or you choose to live without it, whatever your perspective is on this whole thing. But I see it as I get to. I get to be sober. My father wasn't as lucky. And on the week of his birthday, I've been extremely sad, because if he had chosen to fight the fight, if he had chosen to just try, he might have won it, maybe for a couple more years. He died at 56 years old. And with his death, I made meaning of my own life, that I have to get my shit together and I have to be willing to do what it takes to get out of this. So let's focus right now on what you're gaining, right? You're gaining clarity with friendships. You see who truly supports you beyond alcohol. You're building deeper connections. Sober friendships are based on mutual respect, not shared vices. Self-respect, you're choosing you over fitting in. You're choosing, I'm going to be here and I'm going to be myself, and I'm going to take off these masks that I've been wearing that have convinced me I have social anxiety, but really I only have social anxiety because I keep pretending to be somebody that I'm not. And then inner peace, which is the most exciting part about sobriety. No more pretending, regretting, and forcing relationships that don't serve you anymore. You're simply setting boundaries to protect yourself and your energy. You're showing yourself that you love yourself, you respect yourself, and that you're no longer going to put yourself in harm's way for a good time. You're past that. So shifting the perspectives is going to help you a lot. I lost my friends can be shifted into I made space for healthier relationships. I have no one to hang out with could be shifted into I have the opportunity to build new connections. People don't like me sober can be shifted into the right people will love me for who I truly am. Remember that the words we speak are the realities that we live. So if you're sticking in that negative cycle of like, poor me, victim, I should be drinking, nobody likes me, like, you're not going to make growth happen from that. Having acceptance and saying, this is just who I am now, and I'm moving in a more positive direction, and to not get too tied up into the loss of who you think you were, because clearly you started this journey for a reason. There was a part of yourself that you didn't like, and there was a part of myself that I didn't like. There was a lot of parts of myself that I didn't like, but when I got sober, it allowed me to chop away slowly but surely at the things that I did not like. And I would say now I'm in a more better space mentally. My relationship is stronger. My sleep quality is better. My consistency in my life is better. My finances are up because I'm not spending money on stupid shit anymore. You start to be really grateful for what sobriety can give you. And it simply is just doing one thing. Just stop drinking, and then the rest of the things you figure out along the way, right? So now it's time to find our new tribes. Now with all that in mind, sure, you may feel like you're losing some of those friends, but remember that you're not losing them. They are losing you because you chose to live differently. And if you do it correctly and you do it right, and maybe you're alone for a little bit, right? You might inspire some people around you. People will start to see the way that you live and want to say, hey, like, maybe I try out this, whole sobriety thing. Maybe I try out not drinking. And what you end up gaining from this is, you deepen relationships with people who uplift you, the people who are there and want to support your sobriety in the ways that they are able to and can offer space for you to heal. Those relationships deepen over time and they start to uplift you more and more. Try your best to be open to meeting new people in new places. If you feel that you're losing friends, it's important to go out there. Try new clubs. I did ClassPass in the beginning, which was super freaking helpful for me because I met people. I was able to do classes. It was free my first month because I didn't have any money when I first got sober because I was drinking all of my money away. But if we're being honest, we always have some money, right? But I was spending it on like chips and sugar because I was like, I don't want to invest in a fitness class, but investing in myself was the best thing that I ever did. Investing into a coach, investing into courses, investing into myself, investing into fitness, best investment ever. Investing into alcohol, worst investment ever. So be open to meeting new people. It doesn't matter what age you are. You could be 47, you could be fucking 23. The whole point is to put yourself out there and you might find people, right? And say it with your whole down chest. Just, I'm a person that doesn't drink. Is there something else you want to go do, right? Focus on quality over quantity in friendships. This isn't Facebook 2005. And if you were born in 2005, I aged myself officially. In 2005, I had like 300 Facebook friends. I'm like, oh, look how many friends I have. Quantity, right? Now I have about 4 friends. Quality. Happier. Was sad then? Happier. Quality is more important. You don't need a million cajillion friends. You just need 1 to 3 solid, diehard friends. Even just 1 friend, right? Remember, you're not alone in this journey. Losing friendships in sobriety isn't a punishment. It's a redirection. The people meant for you won't require you to drink alcohol to enjoy your presence. Growth sometimes means letting go, but what's ahead is far greater than anything you left behind. And if you feel like you are having a hard time making friends, make sure to join my community of strong, like-minded women who are getting sober and staying sober and who are really there for you every step of the way. Seeing as this is a 24/7 community with 10 weekly calls, a 7-stage system with tons of journals for you to open your mind and be able to evaluate where you're at in life and where it is you would like to go. So make sure to like this video, drop a comment if there's something you would like to hear me talk about, and remember, this journey is so worth it. So keep going. You can do this, and it's so amazing on the other side. So go ahead, like, subscribe, click the link, and book a call with me so we can hop on a call and talk about you joining the community. All right, bye everybody. Everybody. Yeah, rock your body.